All right, everyone. Welcome back to Central Coast Disc Golf. This is the 2023 Mid-America Open here in Columbia, Missouri. I'm your host, Nate Perkins, and I'm here with Holland Handley. Holland, do you consider this the Midwest or the Southern United States here in Missouri?
I think I would consider Missouri the Midwest. I don't think we're quite south enough.
Yep, I feel it. I think that some people like to call this place Misery, and that's a little bit of what we were feeling today, as the high on this opening round here was at 104 degrees. I believe it started out about 88 with pretty high humidity here in the early morning. What were those conditions like, Holland?
Yeah, I mean, we were in the shade most of the time, and we did have a little bit of a breeze at times. So I wouldn't say it was the worst conditions in terms of heat and humidity that I've ever played in, but it wasn't pleasant.
FPO, this is the feature card. And team out first, from Los Angeles, California, Scoggins.
Scoggins has been back in California for the last few weeks, kind of tearing it up the local scene, jumping back on tour here.
I believe she also won a major.
Yeah, Masters Worlds?
Masters Worlds,
yeah. Owen electing to go for the layup play. Kind of two options we'll see players go with. The first is what we saw Owen do. There is that OB creek. You can elect to lay up in front of the creek, or you can try to go past the creek. Probably need about 330 plus distance to comfortably get over there. You see Cynthia also going for that layup play. Both totally valid plays, both very birdieable. It's just, do you want to do more work on the first or the second?
How far is it to clear that creek?
I want to say it's 330, 340 to do so comfortably. I haven't actually ranged the far side of the creek. Kat Mertsch, of course, she's going for it. Gets this a little turned.
Wow, beautiful shape.
Yeah, she's over.
Grapevine, Texas. It's probably pretty hot down there too, Holland. Oh, didn't you just?
Yeah, I just went down there while the tour was in Europe. I went and visited home, and I actually hit up Maria Oliva to go play a practice round, and we intentionally played in the rain to avoid the heat, and I kind of let this go just a little too left.
Oh. Hold up. Okay, checked up.
Yeah.
Not the worst kick.
Not the worst kick. Not really what I was looking for, but effectively just laid up.
No caddy today. First time in a while I've seen that.
Yeah, first time in a while. So, my usual caddy, Tyler, his best friend, lives in St. Louis. So we were hanging with them the weekend prior to this event, and he was having a good time, so may as well stay and chill for a little bit, but he'll be back.
Not a bad day to take off either.
It really isn't. And, I feel like I got to show that I can at least still carry my own bag, right? We got to have a little humility here.
Getting this one high and turned, and that thing just rode out and found the OB, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was pretty happy, honestly, with the line there. I probably should have stabled up if I'd gone a tick more stable. I think that would have ended up pretty perfect.
Pretty ideal layup spot for Owen. She's just short of the shortest pad out here. A lot of the holes here have multiple pads.
3
and
pads
pin
in
locations.
a lot of spots, yeah. Looks like where she's at, she's most likely just conceding the par on this first hole. It's really tough to play for birdie if you don't get a ton of distance off the tee.
And Cynthia actually hails from Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah, got the local on the card. Yeah, so I had actually originally had pulled out a fairway driver thinking of trying to drive the green from there, but 0 for 2 on executing the shot the way I'd intended. I decided to just lay up, take the bogey.
Cool. Don't hate it.
Yeah, had I, failed to get to the green from there, it would have been a rethrow from the same spot, and that's just not how I'm wanting to start my tournament. Yeah, Owen laying up just before the OB. giving herself a short chip shot over the water.
Yeah, all the rocks that you guys see in front of the basket, those are all out of bounds. You can't really see the line. It's just a skinny white line with some white flags. But if you're in the creek or anywhere near the side of the creek, you're going to be out of bounds. Oh, nice touch there. Little zone.
Yeah, I had a little... I kind of left myself left, but I had a little gap there on the left side, so... Good little confidence booster to hit a tight gap. And Cat, basically an identical shot.
Those are some semi-death putts. They're close, but...
They're close. I feel like usually I end up kind of juicing it to about 30 feet, so that feels a lot shorter. Yeah, this is probably, what, 20?
Ooh, sticks it.
Yep, just enough hyzer on that to find the bottom of the basket.
Pretty rare that we start a course with a par 5.
Yeah, I really like this hole.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just really well designed. You've got a couple of options. If you want to get aggressive, you can. If you want to try to play it for a 3, you can. But it demands a couple different kinds of shots, demands a good gap hit. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of compliments for this course design. This is one of my favorites.
It's an amazing course, and I'm with you. This is definitely a hole that would make a lot of people's dream 18. No question.
Yeah, I think hole 18 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'll walk away with that bogey. Not too mad at it. I mean, it's on this course. If you can have 2 bad shots on a hole and still get a bogey, you're not feeling too bad. All right, and hole 2, another really well designed hole. We've got a par 4, 536 feet. You've got 2 options here off the tee. The drone's showing you the right gap, but there is a left gap. Basically, you want to try to throw either a backhand or forehand that's going to get you around this corner. We've got a dog leg to the right. And in previous years, you would actually go up and straight to the left where all those rocks are, but this year they gave us a shorter pin placement to make this hole a little bit more scoreable. I only say a little bit because we do have OB about 5 feet behind the basket right there.
I do like the change, though. It's still difficult, and
yeah, I think where most of the ladies are landing, that top landing zone where the MPO pin is just a little bit out of reach for most of the fields. I think the gap is difficult enough that you don't need to have that added distance. Cynthia going for the wide turnover line.
yeah, nice shape. Just pushing it a little on the deep side, and a lot of trees to contend with on that side of the fairway.
Yeah, that's a pretty common miss if you can manage to get through the first gap, is to kind of push it long like that, but there are little gaps through there, so it's not too bad. Cat Mertsch follows a similar line, but a little shorter and in the fairway.
Yeah, smooth little Mako turnover there. You going force right here?
Yeah, I'm going kind of a middle stability force. I really liked my line, but I snagged that late tree. I missed the tree I wanted to miss, and I thought I would get down there, but that's not too bad of a spot. Gonna try to flip a Raptor up there. Don't quite get it to flat. And I'll be in the trees on the right, maybe about 90 or 100 feet.
That's touchy. Oh, Cat picking up the same Mako.
Yeah, and this
Look at
line is
this
just
late
so
flip.
good.
Chill. Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That got there quick.
I got there. It was too good. Yeah, she turned around and said it was too good. I feel like that's the play, though. Honestly, you kind of just get there. If you trickle OB, you've got a pretty short par putt. Oh, just kind of pulls that one a little bit.
Nice little pitch out. Didn't really have too much of a direct line into pin.
Yeah, good approach from Owen. She plays it to the left side of the basket. Giving herself a little bit of a longer putt, but not allowing the OB to come into play as we see Cynthia finds it.
That OB's close.
Yeah, you got to be careful getting your disc out of that creek. There are snakes in there.
Chill. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I come in a little hot too.
That's the place to be right now down in that
It
creek.
is, man. It is. You know, I usually miss those touchy up shots like 30 feet short, so I'm not too mad at that. And Cat cleans up the par.
No way.
Yeah.
An own 20-footer, and it goes into the creek.
You
Did
know,
all four
she probably
all
won't
four
miss.
competitors
She
went.
probably won't miss another one for like the rest of the month.
Yeah.
So.
Right? From 22 feet
From
for
22
sure.
feet, yeah. We're all being very careful retrieving discs from the creek.
Okay, tough hole for the card.
Yeah, I think this is, even with the pin change, I think par's still pretty darn good on that hole.
Yeah, just 3 birdies on the day on hole
Wow.
2.
Moving on to hole 3, we've got a par 3, 262 feet. This one's a lot trickier than it looks, so we're trying to throw kind of either probably a putter or mid-range that kind of drifts late down this hill. However, if you do manage to drift too far right or kick to the right, you can actually end up going all the way through the woods back onto hole 2's fairway where we were just playing. No OB lines over there, but almost a guaranteed bogey. Very hard to get back into the fairway if you end up kicking right. And then once you get up there, we've got a bit of a death putt, so you really do kind of have to pure the gap pretty perfectly if you want to get a birdie look.
Yeah, it's so hard to park this one.
Yeah, Kat hits that initial gap, but she doesn't get that late flip that she's looking for. She'll be right around circle 2's edge.
You have to like turn it a little bit out of the hand, but not something too flippy. Like,
Yeah, it's such a touchy hole. I love how they made 262 feet hard, but it's still really, really fair. And I am not comfortable with this gap at all, so I'm actually just going a standstill Buzz SS, hoping to just float one down there, and I kick that late tree. And I'll be about 35 feet.
yeah, can you talk about going to the standstill when you said you don't feel comfortable on the gap, so you opt to just stand still?
Yeah, the spot that I want to like plant my foot when I do my run up, I guess just the way the tee pad's shaped, I consistently wanting to hit that left side tree right off the gap. And that's still where I want to plant my foot, but I found if I just stand still, have a little bit easier time getting my hips through and getting the timing that I want.
Cool. That's what practice is for, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I disc up, throw something a little faster than I normally would for 262, so it feels more like I'm throwing an approach shot.
And Owen wasn't feeling that one. Kind of surprised to see her lay it up.
Yeah, I'm going for the layup too. I mean, it's so downhill and so deathy, and you can actually miss that putt and just have no comebacker.
Speaking of comebackers, after
Yeah.
the layup trickled down.
Yeah, I was joking that if I was going to have to make a comebacker like that, I should have just ran it.
Yeah.
Kind of awkward. I had to straddle that log down there, but we made it. We made it happen.
Kept your balance, too.
Yeah. Everyone else selecting to play it safe. Don't want to take a bogey on the short holes, you know.
No. Especially with what's to come. All of these really tricky par 4s and 5s and OB everywhere, and seems like one that you do not want to take an overstroke on.
Yeah, no birdies yet on the feature card.
Where are you at, Holland?
Kind of wild. I'm working on it. But you know who is getting birdies? The Monduhano sisters. Alexis Monduhano sitting at 2 down, Valerie at 1, a whole string of people at even.
Wow.
Got a lot of golf
Never
left.
see that.
They call me Mo Lewis. Welcome to my Columbia. Columbia is a very unique town in Missouri. There's so many great local stores and restaurants and microbreweries that you can go to, and I love being here.
Alrighty, hole 4, par 3, 288 feet. Feels a little bit like the opposite of the hole we just played. Again, you need to hit a gap, this time going downhill. If you can get a little bit of right drift, that's looking really nice. Again, you don't want to kick to the left, so we're going back the opposite direction where we just went. If you kick left, you can kick back into hole 3's fairway. You can kick all the way to hole 2's fairway. And again, you're looking at a pretty tough bogey save. Common miss if you do hit the gap is to sail it about 60 feet long.
It's so hard to control the speed on this one, and really the height too, because you can throw a fast shot, but if it gets to the ground quick and just kind of digs out, you can park the hole. But
yeah, and Kat just pulls that one a little bit. Fortunate to not hit the first available trees and stay on the right side.
I feel like we see people get really creative on this hole.
Yeah, we've
Try
seen
shots they've never thrown.
We've seen overhands. We've seen rollers that flip all the way onto their belly. Seen some pretty crazy shots, and yeah,
We're
Cynthia.
going fierce here.
Yeah, once again going to the standstill.
That's it. Get down. Oh, even that's long. Man, what a shot though.
Oh, I was stoked on that. The second I saw it didn't hit the tree,
Just drifted right.
I was
in front
like, I
of
don't
it.
care
Yeah.
where it goes, man. It's down there.
Owen, of course, going flex destroyer. Doesn't matter the distance, does it? She's just gonna flex a stable disc down there.
I mean,
That is awesome.
It works more often than not.
I mean, she knows that she just has to give herself a putt. I think that's what, keeps Owen competitive with anybody, is that she knows. Oh, that was just hearted.
Yeah, first putt I've had to really do today, and I was I was pretty happy about that one.
Hearted. Okay,
And then
we're waking up.
Owen's never been big putted in her life, so you know that
Still
one's
hasn't
going
to
in.
this day, especially on camera. Owen never been big putted Scoggins.
Yeah, there's not a clip of it anywhere. You can't find it.
All right, so you woke us up with the bird. Owen follows.
And that'll be a par for Cynthia. She went long on the drive. And Kat will clean up her par. Alright, hole 5. Another one of my favorite holes probably on tour. We're trying to throw a straight shot, ideally a shot that gets all the way past these rocks to the top of the hill. If you can get a little bit of right movement out of it, that's awesome. And then for your second shot, we're looking to crest the hill. There's pins just tucked over here on the right side. You see the drones taking kind of this right side fairway. There is an alternate fairway if you get a little too straight on the hill. Gives you kind of a forehand line into this pin. This is another one that they shortened up, and I think it was a good change. Just because where the women are landing, it makes the green just a little bit more accessible. Still a really challenging hole.
You can kind of tell how uphill it is, but yeah, that shot right there kind of shows you. Owen looked like she stretched that one far enough, but it was nowhere near. How big of a shot do you need to land in that ideal spot up there?
I don't really know the distance, but if you can do that,
That's perfect.
that's what you want to do.
I mean, that's probably 375 foot shot right there.
Yeah, at least that much power for
Yeah.
sure. And I think that's her flippy Thunderbird, I want to say.
Yep.
And this looks great from Cynthia. Just needs to miss some stuff. And yeah, she's right past the rock. She'll have really good footing from there. Really tough part about this hole is if you do happen to hit those rocks, it's very easy to roll down the hill. You see Owen kind of fades off to the right side, but she's probably looking at the basket from there.
Oh,
No, I'm good. Yeah.
fully committed on that
Right.
one.
Yeah, she had like a weird kind of uphill side slope run up.
On this is ideal.
Yeah, so I'm accessing kind of that left side fairway I mentioned.
Oh, and that's beautiful. Zone approach there as well.
Oh, you know it.
All right.
And then Kat with basically the same. I believe she's throwing a Toro here. Similar disc.
Oh, just gives it a little dance.
Yeah, she knew she threw that a little too hyzered out of the hand. She gave herself about a circle's edge putt.
Miss it.
And Cynthia takes another tree kick. She'll be right on the edge of circle 2. Downhill, death putt. Owen laying up again. If it was anyone other than Owen, I would expect that, but
Yeah.
I feel like Owen's the one who's crazy enough to go for that kind of stuff.
I'm curious if that, putt OB on 2 kind of shook her. Oh my goodness.
Cynthia's
Running it
not scared of
down.
that. She was right on the feathers of circle 2. That was
Yeah.
66 feet
That was
downhill.
Huge. And what a look at this.
Oh, she's flexing for us.
I knew it too. I was like, okay, big putt.
Good putt.
Yeah. Back-to-back birdies. Feeling pretty good. Getting yourself back to even.
Yeah, racing those kind of too early little brain farts. Everybody else just cleaning up pars. For hole 6, we got another par 3, 277 feet. Need to make it down this little tight hallway of trees and then get way left. It does play slightly uphill, where the drone's flying, showing us the inside gap. There is a little bit wider gap, although it's hard to park the disc going that route. Lots of rollaway potential. It is easy to hit and kind of roll down. We do have those logs there to kind of catch that. You'll probably see a lot of people landing just maybe circle's edge short and left. Pretty common miss.
Going like a raptor.
This is an Athena, so I'm trying to go that high inside line. I just pull this a little wide. I get super lucky past that center bunch of trees. I could have easily kicked to the right and
Yeah,
put me in
right's
some
bad.
real trouble. Yeah.
Down the hill. They can go a long way.
Yeah, common theme here. You can just be down the hill in the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm taking a lower line. Hits the same bunch of trees. Gets kind of a similar reaction. This looks money from Kat.
Get a little skip.
A
Oh,
little
yeah.
tickle off the branches, but she's in the circle.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a shot. Yeah, it's hard to get that close.
Yeah, I mean, that's the line right there. Kind of got to play with the ceiling a little bit. Get some that flips up just a touch. This looks good from Cynthia.
Yeah, well thrown.
Yeah, and that's a little more typical, kind of getting that forward skip and roll and ending around circle's edge.
Yeah, I haven't seen Cynthia play too much, and she's really thrown some committed lines so far.
She's playing well so far, especially that last putt. Yeah, I just left that one a little bit inside.
Got a circle 2 par putt. Here we go.
Yep. Yeah, I had that tree on my left side. Wasn't
Yeah.
in the way, but was definitely in my head just a little
Yeah.
bit. Kind of pulled that one to the right.
Cynthia pulls that birdie bid to the right as well. A little more uphill than it looks on camera. And Kat will continue her par streak.
Yeah, she was definitely not happy with that effort. Just a little low off the cage. Another inch high, that would have been perfect. Everyone else just cleaning up some pars. A lot of gray on Cat Mertsch's card right now.
It's kind of hard to do out here,
It
honestly.
really is. Honestly, even is usually pretty good.
Course
Yeah,
record was 1 down going into this tournament, Holland.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I think even won it last year if I recall correctly. So
Yeah.
hanging around, somewhere between even. I think the course is playing maybe a few strokes easier than last year.
With the changes. Yeah, the FPO winner has never actually been under par at the Mid-America Open.
I wonder if this year will be different.
Yeah.
Looking at hole number 7, got another par 3, 367 feet. It's a downhill straight shot. I mean, it's all about the angle and the wind read. Wasn't that windy today, so it's all about getting that nose down and getting the disc to turn just the right amount. Very easy to go long here if you get the disc fading. Also very easy to, again, hit early and end up rolling down a hill.
It's almost like they placed those trees there. They're just so perfectly framed up with the... They make like a little triangle.
Yeah, we see Owen going with the flex line. She fades out a little early, but I mean, that's a comfortable range for Owen, we'll say.
Okay. That's
'Kay.
parking the MPO placement.
Yeah, she's pin high for the MPO basket, which was our basket last year.
That's like a 500-foot little shot.
I think it's more like 4. We actually have a shorter pad than the men.
Oh, okay.
I remember
okay.
last year it being like 405. Still a smash.
Yeah.
Also a smash. Cynthia parking this hole?
Yeah, what a beautiful shot. Just got to the ground quick.
Yeah, I overcooked this just a little bit, but I think that's the good miss. I'll have about a circle's edge, kind of awkward stance putt. She threw this so far.
Little tailwind putt right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was on line.
Yeah, I liked it out of my hand, but just a little low. I feel like if those are online, though, they're going to drop eventually.
Oh.
No.
That was a great look at that putt right there.
Yeah, that's the own Scoggins putt, we know.
Just
And
wobbling directly onto the pole.
Yeah.
And that is a beautiful birdie from the bullseye. Gets Cynthia back to even. She's putting together a good round.
Alrighty, hole 8. Another par 3, 216 feet. I believe this is the shortest hole on the course. And kind of the one hole I would say feels like a must-get birdie. You're going to throw something a little bit understable, maybe a putter or a mid-range. Try to hit this center gap up this hill. There is also now a hyzer gap off to the right side here as the drone's passing through. Really, you want to just kind of give this one an ace run. You don't want to throw it too low. It's very easy to hit those logs and roll down. Do need to be mindful. There is an OB line, maybe about 25 feet past the basket.
Yeah, it's hard to get to, but every now and then find someone in the backyard of the house right there.
Catching one of those guardian logs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think Guardian Log works.
I think that works. Looks like that might be a short pin position right there. So.
Ooh, get some A's, baby. Sit now.
Holy kicks back. That's what happened. Oh, that's wild. She looked like she was giving that a little bit of an ace run there.
Yeah, she did.
And this is a line I hadn't seen until Kat threw it. She was trying to go big Anheuser flex through the right gap, but just doesn't quite commit on the turn. I'm going putter up this middle gap.
Wow, that's a nice fierce shot.
Oh my gosh, the same thing. Wow.
That is too cool.
There must just be some strong blades of grass back there. That's kind of wild. Sometimes the course just gives you one, man.
Very fortunate. Oh. Pulled it just a bit.
Just throwing them all over the place.
And she's going to continue. That's going to be her, if she connects, that'll be her 8th par in a row.
Owen just jammed in another circle's edge putt.
This is what she does.
She's getting going now. She had that one little snafu on hole 2, but
Look at her. She got her braces off, Holland.
She
She's got
did.
some
She
new
looks so good.
glasses. Like, she can finally see.
yeah, Owen was making all of those putts before, not being able to see. Oh man.
Oh,
It
Didn't
was before
matter.
I putted. That car horn.
yeah, it definitely was worse
I
timing.
I thought it was after.
No, that was bad timing.
Oh wow.
That was definitely like, you could have potentially stopped.
Yeah. Dang.
Okay, we're going back-to-back birdies. Cynthia's under par. Owen's under par. It's just Kat and Holland who aren't really getting the message of what this card's up to today.
Yeah, you know, Kat and I are really accomplishing the same thing so far, just in very different ways.
Maybe over there.
Let's see if she can just go ahead and par the front 9.
Alrighty, hole 9, par 5, 684 feet. A little short for a par 5, but the shape of it does demand a good variety of shots. So the drone's showing us the right side gap. That left side gap is a great option as well. Kind of does like a figure 8 shape. So we've got that first kind of 2 options, and then we've got another divergence of the fairway. The drone's showing us the right side gap. There is that left side kind of forehand line. And then the fairway starts to slope down into the right, and we've got a really fast green here. Basically anything that hits right at the pin is likely to skip over those rocks and potentially roll down the hill. So you really got to speed control your way into the basket.
Owen telling us a little story
I
about
just tried
the...
to pass that one.
Yeah, she was telling a story about how the trees just jump out of the way, and I asked her if she could tell the trees to do that for me, and so she did a little motion with her hand and like said she gave me her powers, and then she hit a tree.
Ooh.
I was like, oh, you can't do that, bro.
Wow. Laced.
Owen's
Nice
always a
shot.
good time.
Yeah.
She's always making jokes.
Yeah. Look.
Yeah, I'll be in kind of an interesting spot there. I'm kind of forced into that right side gap, but a little pinched. Cat finding the landing zone.
Uh-oh. It's on the right side. Okay. I get a little bit of turn. No.
I mean, she hyzers like a foot before that. I think that was going to be money. Cynthia executes that beautifully. A little trickle down the hill. That right side gap, you're really looking for just kind of a pushing hyzer that doesn't get too far back up the hill.
Oh, this hole's such a journey. We haven't even seen the pin yet.
I know. There's Own. Oh, what a nice roll.
Go left. Go left.
Left.
Come on.
Just go all the way there. Oh my god.
Keep going.
No way,
No,
dude.
no, go left.
That rolled
That
so
is
far.
crazy.
I think that was a pretty good roll.
I think it was. It was
For the
almost
most
an
part.
excellent roll if it just kept on down the path.
Yeah, Yeah, I got so far up the fairway on the tee shot, I wasn't even really sure what to throw. I'm going back
Buzz
to
SS.
yeah, standstill Buzz SS.
Get the same roll.
No, I guess I gotta throw really overstable fast drivers
Yeah, to
get
roll like that.
to
Yeah.
get own rolls. Yeah.
Okay, so this is Kat's third.
Yeah, she's got actually a wide open line here, but she's going to have to be really mindful of the speed. If she gets too big of a flare skip, she's going to have a really difficult putt.
Good width.
Oh, that kiss off the tree. That
man.
was beautiful.
Not that I'm rooting for her to par, but
I mean,
it would have been.
Yeah.
She's going to have a tap in birdie.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to miss that one.
It would have just been unique to have 9 gray squares.
Yeah. Cynthia, kind of same thing.
Oh,
Needs
chill.
this to stop.
Yeah.
Catches a rock.
Playing some golf today at her.
Yeah, that
home
green
course.
is so fast. She hit the ground probably 25, 30 feet away from the basket and still almost went down. And Owen dealing with some really weird footing here.
Sorry, lady.
She seemed a little rushed right there.
Yeah, I don't think she was taking too long. I mean, you know, 30 seconds is a little longer than you'd think, but yeah, she's just trying to be courteous, mindful of the rules.
Oh. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I loved the angle, but just pulled it a little wide.
Holland. Let's rewatch that one a few times. All right, touchy little approach right here. Owen still going fast. Look at that control. That was
Pretty
crafty.
Good, pretty good.
I think was that still Destroyer?
I
Or
don't
was
know
that
if it was
Firebird?
I don't know if it was a destroyer. It might have been a Firebird. And I'm just trying to pitch this down the hill and I catch a little skip and roll. Not too bad. Probably about 18, 20 feet.
This is for a turkey. And she's got it.
Buries it.
Really quality front 9 from Cynthia.
Yeah, showing up on the home course, hometown.
No, I feel like that's hard to do. Oh no.
Yeah. Not really trusting my legs on that one. Usually if I yank it right, that's too much upper body.
But after that tee shot, that's
I
got
know.
to sting a little bit.
Yeah, that feels bad, but I mean, just because, you know, you make mistakes later doesn't detract from the fact that I did have a couple good shots there.
Yeah, girl, wow.
And Kat's first birdie of the round.
Yep. Everybody, all my card mates getting under par on that front 9.
They're having a good time right there.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate bogey there from Owen. That's it for the front 9 out here in Columbia, Missouri. One of the hottest events of the year. Actually, it's the hottest tournament we've had this year, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think this month is just like the hottest month ever.
Just for Earth.
Just ever.
Yeah.
For Earth.
And Alexis Manduhano.
Yeah, speaking
shoots
of hot.
5 down on the front, guys, with a bogey.
That's insane. And
And-
Valerie right there behind her. I mean,
Mhm.
they're from San Antonio, Texas. They play in this heat.
Yeah.
They know what's up. They're woods golfers.
We're here at the Mid-America Open. It's been going on for 35 years now. And from Holland and Nate, we will see you guys soon for part 2 from round 1.